Hi,
Hello. I don't know if I can hear you. Can I hear you?
you hear me now?
Oh, yeah.
A little bit? Okay.
Hi. How's it going?
Some
No, I
crazy
can't
weather.
hear you.
Oh, you can hear me? You hear me now?
Yeah, it's better.
Oh, yeah, it's been
What's going
crazy.
on?
Yeah, this whole single is honestly, I'm not trying to like say anything bad about the single, but it's become a disaster.
What's going on?
Yeah, so okay, Kerry knows that I was going out my way to um pay for Rhoda's local arrangement with you, and even Carrie was like, "Oh, that's super generous for me to go out my way to do that for her because I know her situation." So I was like, "Okay, fine, I'll whatever, I'll do it for her." But then she emailed me earlier today, and I just read it, and she was like, "Oh, we had also discussed splitting her doing her vocal part." I'm like, "Wait a minute, I don't remember." Offering to pay for half of her vocal sessions that she's doing by herself with her producer friend. So it's like, so you want me to pay for your vocal arranging, and then you also want me to pay half for your part for your with your producer that friend, and I'm just like, that doesn't.
For the recording of it? For like the recording session?
Yeah, I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, I'm sorry, but I already had to out like this whole month, like literally just started, and I spent like a little like 2K, and I'm like, you're bugging right now, and I'm not trying to be like whatever, but it's like it's not fair to me with all the stuff that I got going on. It's like I'm paying all this money, I gotta pay to book the sessions, I gotta pay for travel and all this, and it's like she expects me to pay half of her session, so I'll see what she says because I'm not. I told her I'm sorry. I can't do it. I'm willing to do the vocal stuff, which I said, and I don't mind doing it. It's just the fact that it's a little bit too much now. I feel like now it's just like taking advantage, and it's like it's not fair for me. You know what I mean? As a collab project, to have to out that money for is it should be even on both sides. I don't know.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna try to be really, really respectful and cautious with what I'm gonna say or what I think. Um, because of course I think it's something that's super generous of you, and I know you well enough to understand where your heart lies and what your intention is. But at the same time, um, when we had that pod meeting, to me it's kind of like she keeps saying she's so excited about this song, and she's so she's so invested and she wants this song to do so well and stuff. But it's like at some point, I think you also have to just kind of put your money where your mouth is and say, oh, if I really, really believe in this song, then maybe I need to take it. Of course, I don't know her situation or anything, but like, I need to take a chance and put my hand in the pot, because I do get that, I did get that feeling of like, wow, I'm Rich is doing a lot for this song, and that makes me feel great. But at the same time, it's like, well, is everything on the up and up? Like is everybody in agreement of like everything that's happening? So I mean, I totally get it, and also I think that I think that that's maybe not the kind of energy that you want to inject to the song, because that's not how we want you to feel. And of course, I've of course I tried, even from that day at Pod, I've tried to like kind of just like maintain my distance from whatever, because this is a CCVM project that I'm working on now. So my opinions and like the way I kind of see things, I've tried to like just kind of handle it as best as I can. But I definitely, us hopping on this call and me knowing that this is the stuff that's going on right now, like of course that's concerning to me. Um, I think all we can really do is how. What did you? So you told her you can't do it.
Yeah, I said I'm sorry, but I even gave her a price breakdown of the stuff I had paid for, and it's like, I mean, I could have been more elaborate, but it's just like this whole week has been frustrating. Like my mental energy has just been so drained, and even I've been having mental breakdowns and stuff. That even my work is just it's become a lot for me to handle, where I don't know how to control my emotions, and it's
Yeah.
just frustrating. So, but like knowing how much money and even told her like I still had owed carry from the ABI that I've been finished months ago. I have to pay in for the to hold my VIP seat and all this other stuff, extra money, and it's like knowing that I'm just like she really has nerve. I'm like that's nerve. I was looking at I had to double look at the email because I'm like, wow, this is. I'm like, wow, knowing that I have to pay so much and you still asking me. I mean, I feel like that should even be a conversation. I feel like that's something that she should have just known. Like, okay, maybe I shouldn't step over boundaries. Okay, he's paying for my session. Let me not overstep. I feel like that email was overstepping, and I said, I'm sorry, I can't. So if she decides, whatever the case may be, to do as and drops out, I'll be fine with it just because I just don't need that extra stress on me. My recording is
Yeah.
in 2 weeks. It's like
Yeah.
yeah, I just can't do it. It's just, it's
Look,
just
I
frustrating.
I do want to like I do want to spend some time, like even before we get into the song, like I feel like it's important for us to kind of talk about this because uh before we go back to focus on everything we've been working on, which is going so great, I do want to like, hold your hand through this and say that, if you already replied the email and you were like, that just doesn't work for me, and you set boundaries, you already won. Do you understand what I mean? It's easy, I think, for people like you and me to sometimes get, we wear our heart on our sleeves, and it's easy for people to notice that, and not everybody has, and I'm just speaking in general. I'm not even talking about Red like specifically, but um people's intentions vary, and people's perceptions of reality and what's happening, and relationships, they vary. You might have a completely different version in your head of what I mean to you than I do of what you mean to me. Do you understand what I mean? So I think it's a really important step for you to be able to say, hey, this is where I draw the line. I'm willing to meet you halfway here. What are you willing to bring to the table? And if it doesn't work out, then it doesn't work out. You have a really, really, really good song, um, where already it's already a great song, I think. I don't know what Carrie thinks about, um, going forward without Red's vocals or something. If that's something that's going to happen, we still don't know, honestly. Um, but I think it's a great song, and I think that, um, to me, of course, because I've only worked with you on this song, my number one goal is for Rich Vision to shine in this song. And my number one goal is for you to say what you want to say. And we're getting there. Like last session, I was looking over my notes, like a half hour ago. I was listening to some of the stuff that I said on that Zoom call, and like the improvement was immediate. I felt it at that session. You're more connected. And who knows if like, how this stuff goes, how like energetically, like who knows if this turmoil that you're feeling right now, and this confusion and all this mental health stuff that you and I know so well, it's going to feed the song.
It's true.
Do you understand what I mean? At the end of the day, if you allow it to flow through you, it's going to serve the song. It's a dark song, and it's a song about people trying to push you down. So, of course, I don't like the fact that this is happening to you, but of course I find it a little bit poetic, because this is what the song is about, man. You know what I mean? Yeah. And you were able to draw the line. I would have been really concerned if you would have come into this call and you've been like, oh, I don't know what to tell her, because I don't want to be like, no, man, it's a great song. You're putting a lot of money in this, you know? So it's just it's like I said, like if she feels as engaged as you are in the song, then put the money in, put your hand in the pot, and let's go. And of course, I don't, everybody has different situations. I don't know what the heck you guys talked about or whatever, but that's just my perception of it. Um, so, I'm proud of you for standing your ground, and I'm proud of you for understanding yourself enough to know where you draw the line. And I know it's easy because you either have the money or you don't, right? But I would have hated it if you had the money and you would have been like, yeah, that's fine. I can pay for half of her vocal recording.
Yeah. No. I was like, no way.
No, no. Well, let's let's review some of the stuff that we talked about last time. Let me just pull up my lyrics and put everything next to each other so I don't have to. Okay. So generally, I feel that verse 1 is great. Like, I feel like you're the way you're opening the song already has a great tone to it and a great energy to it. So I think kind of what I want to do is I want you to do. Can you start by doing verse 1 all the way up to the hook, just so that I can kind of see where it's at in your body right now?
Yeah. You want to do it like a cappella or
No, get the track going.
Okay.
Mhm.
I was trying to get my mic hooked up, but I don't know what's going on today.
Are you on your computer, Mike?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I had it set up before, and for some reason I don't know how to do what I did a couple of days ago. I'm like, well, my thing is not working.
I mean, we'll give it a shot. Just I think you have to just make sure that you're kind of like close to it and see how
Yes.
it sounds, and then we'll go from there. But what I remember saying, just before you start, um, the first time you did this, the first couple of times you did this verse, it was really nice. It was heavy, and I think that's sort of the tone that you want to start in. This song is such a self-reflection kind of thing. Like, when you're reflecting on yourself, you're not yelling it to people. And this is the beginning of the conversation with yourself, right? This is the beginning of, maybe I'm a masochist, maybe it's this heavier kind of like, shit, maybe this is what's going on with me. And when you did it, I remember when you did it at like minute 32 of our call last time, you sounded so defeated, and it gave it such a, oh, like, I can just imagine, I could imagine you recording it like very, like really close to the mic. And it was like you were telling me such an intimate story. And I think that's really what we're trying to go for here. You know? I really like that smile, because I know that I'm like, I know that this matters, right? I know that, like, I'm listen, like, my ears are like, I'm trying to pinpoint the most specific things I can give you, because I want that recording to just be, you know,
Yes, I'm excited too because I think she wants me to be in.
yeah,
Uh,
it's gonna happen.
Someone come and save me from me. I've been going crazy all day. Someone come and save me from me. I've been going crazy all day.
Yes, yes. Okay, hang on. I didn't get to hear a lot of it because I think sometimes when the audio is really loud, the mic kind of protects itself, and it kind of like, do you know what I mean? Do you have your phone on you?
Yeah, I have my phone.
Can you play the track from the phone and see what happens?
Yeah,
I do want to say, but hang on, before I don't want to lose, I don't want to forget what I'm going to say. The way you said the word abandon it, there was a little breath in there. Oh, yes. Yes, let's keep that. I'm going to write that down here. There was a little, it was every time I say that I'm a rapper, I abandon it. It was like that. Oh, You know, like, because when you say the word I abandon it, you're betraying yourself,
Yeah.
right? Because that's not what you want. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
wish I
Yeah.
had the instrumental though. That's the problem.
You don't have the instrumental on your phone?
I don't have it on my phone.
Okay.
Computer. I wish.
Is there any way
Um,
for, I mean, is there any way for you to send it from your computer to your phone? Do you have like an MP3 of it that's a smaller file size?
um, so pretty sure it's somewhere in the folder. Yeah,
Yeah.
I gotta probably go.
Because I think that if you play the music on your phone, I think we're not gonna get that mic kind of, because I didn't hear half of what you were saying. Yeah.
This is the track.
Yeah, that's so weird. When you listen back to the call, right now the volume just kind of just went all in, and I'm hearing the music. I'm even hearing your fingers as you're typing. It's so weird how your mic does that. You know, like it comes in all of a sudden, and then it just like completely leaves. Yeah, like you're talking right now, and I can't hear you. All I hear is this crap and your fingers.
I wish I could find where the track is. Okay, there you go. Oh, okay, so I just gotta run and get my.
You come back.
Mute the track. I didn't do that.
I can hear you clearly, super clearly right now. Someone come save me. So once you're set, start from the top. I want to hear it again. But yeah, that abandon it. That was so good.
Maybe I'm a masochist. Maybe I'm a pessimist. Maybe I believe it when they tell me I'm an advocate. Maybe I'm too passionate, little too extravagant. Every time I say that I'm a rapper, I abandon it.
Okay, okay, okay.
Put a bucket out and know they ever do is lot better. No, this ain't no accident. Take a picture, capture it. If I had some hope, then I could finally imagine it. Save me from my dreams, save me from my pride, save me from this prison that I made inside my mind. Save me from believing, giving up is fine. Cause instead of living, I feel like I'm doing time.
Okay. So I think the best part we have going on
Yes.
is every time I say that I'm a rapper, I abandon it. I really want to check. This time I like your tone when you said the first three lines. Can you say them again, please? Maybe I'm a masochist, maybe I'm a pessimist, maybe I believe it. Even without the track, I don't need the track, just
Maybe I'm a masochist. Maybe I'm a pessimist. Maybe I believe it when they tell me I'm an
see, that was a little darker than when you did it before. Before it kind of like you want to make sure that the maybe I'm a doesn't sound exactly the same every time because you don't want it to sound like a shopping list, like I'm gonna try to do it. So you don't want it to be maybe I'm a something, maybe I'm a something, maybe, like that same tone all three times when you say it. I feel like it has to be a little bit more, it's kind of like, how when like you sit, like when people sit like this, like you're sitting, like your elbows are on your knees and you're kind of just like, you're reflecting and you're like, maybe I'm a masochist. Maybe I'm a pet. It's like that down kind of, you know what I mean? Let me get my charger real quick. Sorry. Computer's dying. Okay. So just give it another shot. Let me just hear you try that again. Can't hear you. Hang on. Can't hear you. Try again. Mm-mm.
maybe I'm a pessimist. Maybe I believe it when they tell me I'm an advocate.
See, I still feel like it's too high. I still feel like it's maybe I believe it. I feel like there's it's too high still. I feel like it should be more maybe I believe it when I feel like it needs to be a little thicker and a little lower in your register. Because this is the beginning of the song. We're still not at that second verse that you did that's so good. When you do they call me lazy when they're sitting at the bar, like that's spiky, that's up there. Remember how we did they call me lazy while they're sitting at the bar? Like it's that bar, I don't think we want any of that in the opening of the song. I think it has to be more of like, maybe I'm a masochist, maybe I'm a pessimist, maybe I believe it, like believe it. See how I'm not doing maybe I believe it, maybe I believe it. Like it's the same kind of tone, but it's well, like the accents are where they should be without the pitch being higher. Does that make sense? Can you really try to hone in on that darker kind of vibe without maybe I believe it, not yet. I don't think we need that yet, Give it a shot. I can't hear you. I really want to make sure that I hear this. Can you like tap the microphone or something just to make sure that it's do you even know where it is on the computer? Yeah, right there. Yeah, do it again. So go ahead and do the first verse.
Maybe I'm a masochist. Maybe I'm a pessimist. Maybe I believe it when they say
that was better. Let me put that in the comments. So hang on. we're gonna put it on the word believe. That was better. That was better. That I think that's what we want. We want that dark kind of vibe. We don't want believe. It's like maybe I believe it. We don't need that yet, you know? Remember to keep that darker tone when doing this first verse. This is what, 7:25. So around minute 24, you did great. Cool. So I'm just gonna let you keep going. Start from maybe I'm a masochist and just keep going. No track, just you.
Maybe I'm a masochist. Maybe I'm a pessimist. Maybe I believe it when they tell me I'm an advocate. Maybe I'm too passionate, little too extravagant. Every time I say that I'm a rapper, I abandon it. Throw it in the cabinet till I'm feeling confident. Put a record out and all the advocates laugh at it.
Yes.
Take a picture, capture it. If I had some hope, then I could finally imagine it.
Yes. Okay. Yes. So you fixed some of the stuff that I had for in my notes for today for that second, for the throw it in the cabinet till I'm feeling confident. That was so dark. Oh, yes. 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 So, and again, remember that I'm listening to this with some audio issues. But still, like I feel like you're connecting more to the material, you know, like I feel like me cueing you with the whole darkness thing is really all you've been needing for now, at least. And since we're talking about me possibly being in the recording session, I mean, that we did talk about that, right?
Well, I know Carrie says, yeah, do it. She
Yeah.
said, "Well, I already got the dates and stuff.
Yeah. I kind of think that would be a really good idea because I feel like we have a really good working chemistry, and I feel like just me telling you, hey, you know, remember the darkness we talked about, remember this, remember that. I feel like it's just going to cue you so much faster, and it's going to make that studio time, that expensive studio time, go by more effectively, you know. But that was great. Let me write that down. This is around 26 minutes or so. Around 25 minutes, second call. Great. Dark, shadow. There's this, it's heavy. Yeah. Okay. Take it from throw it in the cabinet. I want to hear something.
Do it in the
Take it from every time I say that I'm a rapper so that you can, you know, you can come in before what I want to hear.
Time to say that I'm a rapper, I abandon it. Throw it in the cabinet till I'm feeling confident. Put a record out and all they ever do is laugh at it. No, this ain't no facts. Take a picture, capture it. If I had some hope, then I could finally imagine it.
Yes, that is the word you want to accentuate in that phrase. If I had some hope, then I could finally imagine it. Yes, Rich. Come on. Yes. Hang on. Dime. No puedo, estoy trabajando hasta las 8. Ahorita estoy. Sí. Gracias. Yes. Okay. Take it from right there, and I'm going to let you go until the hook.
Say that I'm a rapper, I abandon it. Do it in the cabinet till I'm feeling confident. Put a record out and all they ever do is laugh at it. No, this ain't no accident. Take a picture, capture it. If I had some hope, then I could finally imagine it. Save me from my demons, save me from my pride, save me from this prison that I made inside my mind. Save me from believing, giving up is fine. Cause instead of living, I feel like I'm doing time. And then it's the hook.
Because instead of living, I feel like I'm doing time. Save me from my. Can you do the save me from my demons part again, please? The whole thing. Take it from. Every time I ask you for the beginning of a phrase, if you want, just so take it from the one right before, so you can kind of get into the vibe. Okay, so take it from if I had some hope.
Save me from my demons. Save me from my pride. Save me from this prison that I make inside my mind.
Okay. I like the musicality of the phrase. Save me from my demons, save me from my pride, save me from the prison that I made inside my mind. Like I like the da 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 da, but I want to experiment with where you're going to place your accents. So the my word, because you're saying save me from my twice, right? You're saying save me from my demons, save me from my pride. I want to make sure that that phrase is punctuated properly, musically speaking. So how you say those my without it sounding, again, like we talked about before, without it sounding like a list, because we're repeating, right? So I like what you're doing, but I feel like there's something in there that we haven't found yet. Save me from my demons, save me from my pride. I think maybe it's the word pride that we need to figure out how to land. Because the way you're doing it right now, sort of, is save me from my demons, save me from my pride, right? I wonder if save me from my demons, save me from my pride, save me from the prison that I made inside my mind. Like, you know what I mean? I think we just kind of have to do it a couple times and see what happens.
Yeah.
So can you just repeat it and just let me hear if I hear something new?
Sing also. Every time I say that I'm a rapper, I am having it. You are in the cabinet till I'm feeling confident. Put a record out on all the affidavits, laugh at it. No, this ain't no accident. Take a picture, capture it. If I had some hope, then I could finally imagine it. Save me from
Yes.
save me from my pride. Save me from this prison that I'm inside my mind. Save me from
See, okay, I know what's kind of not making sense to me. It sounds like you're asking a question rather than saying it sounds like that other part in verse 2 where we're talking about the bar,
okay, gotcha.
and I don't think we want that. I don't think we want people to feel save me from my demons, save me from my pride. It's not a question.
Yeah.
This is I feel like that's a good way to say it. We're not asking a question, we're saying something.
Yes. Okay.
Save me. And I don't know exactly. I feel like we have to keep doing it and see if there's something musical that comes up in my head that I can help you with. So let's do a couple of passes of take it from if I had some hope, and then I'm just gonna keep really listening so I give you feedback that works for you. Okay.
Save me from my demons, save me from my pride.
Yeah, already different. Save me from my demons. You said demons. It was good. It wasn't save me from my demons.
Okay.
It was save me from my demons. Save me from my pride. It's like, you know what I mean? Those two words, I'm putting them in bold. It was better. Do it again.
Save me from my demons, save me from my pride, save me from
Okay, so that's the thing. I don't think I want you to accentuate the word my both times. Because if you listen to it, you're going, save me from my demons, save me from my pride. You know what I mean? Like your pitch is going up when you do my.
yeah, okay.
And I don't think that works, because I think that's what makes it sound like a question rather than maybe even save me from my demons. It's kind of like you're save me from my demons, save me from my pride. Like it's the demons and the pride are the words we're trying to accentuate. It's not my.
Yeah, okay.
Because when you accentuate the word my, it implies that there's the possibility that it's other people's demons and other people's pride that we're talking about. We're not talking about that. We're talking about my demons, my pride, the deepest shit that I have inside me that's not letting me be what I know I can be. So the word isn't my, it's the ending of the two phrases. It's demons and pride. So try to do it with that in mind and see what happens.
Save me from my demons.
Already better. Already better. Already better. I didn't hear the rest because the mic cut off, but already better. Do it again.
Save me from my demons, save me from my pride, save me from this prison that I'm made in some mind.
Yes. Yes. And then it makes sense with the rest of the phrase. Save me from this prison that I made inside my mind. Like, inside my mind, if you accentuate the two my's before, it loses, I think, impact when you say inside my mind. So let me, I'm gonna put this in bold right here. And then around 35 minutes into our call, we talk about how we want to accentuate demons, and pride. So that phrase, when you say inside my mind, hits. Yeah. So now that we know, you know what? I'm going to share my screen with you just so you can see what I'm seeing right now, because maybe it'll help. Okay. Let me know if you can see it. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So see how I bolded demons and pride? And I bolded inside my mind. It's that thing. So it's save me from my demons, save me from my pride, save me from this prison that I made inside my mind. You know, like it's crunchy when you say it like that. When you know that this is where you're supposed to land, I feel like everything else is working out even better now. So give it another shot, please.
Save me from my demons, save me from my pride, save me from this prison that I made inside my mind. Save me from-
No, inside my mind, not my mind.
Okay, got you.
Because
Okay.
remember, when you go up on my, it implies that it's either mine or yours or theirs. That's not what we're talking about. It's the word. So I'm gonna make a mark on my, I'm gonna put red on it. This is not the word we want to accentuate. So we don't want to accentuate my. Rather, we want to accentuate the key words you're saying, you know? You're saying demons, pride, my mind. And so, and it's not that we're not going to pay attention to the fact that that word is there. It's the fact that we're trying to save me from the prison that I made inside my mind. Like I made this inside myself, and it's so hard to get out. It's so hard to, you know what I mean? So, I mean, you're so close. You're doing so well. Take it from if I had some hope and just go all the way to the hook unless I interrupt, because I just want to make sure that I'm hearing what I'm hearing.
I have some hope that I could finally imagine it. Save me from my demons, save me from my pride, save me from this prison that I made inside my mind. Save me from believing, giving up is fine. Because instead of living, I feel like I'm doing time.
Yeah. I feel like we have to watch out on. Yeah, I really think we should do arranging in the studio too, because rapping is such a when you rap you flow, and you don't say things the same way every time. You know, it's not like you have to hit this specific note, which is why I always put that's why I always give you timestamps, you know, so that you can see where you did really well, and you can really listen to it and see if you can emulate it. But when you're at the booth, that may or may not happen exactly the same way. And I would love to to be there so that I can have that awareness to just be listening as an audience and be like, yo, that's really working. Or, you know, maybe we need to go back to this other thing we practiced. So, and I'm saying that because I kind of feel like, I think we have to work a little bit on the tail end of this. So save me from believing, giving up is fine. Because instead of living, I feel like I'm doing time. That last phrase, because instead of living, I feel like I'm doing time. That phrase has its own musicality in it. I don't think we need to, because you read it and you know it's because instead of living, I feel like I'm doing time. Period. You know, but the other ones are kind of like, Save me from believing giving up is fine. I don't think we're quite there with that one yet. We got the demons and the pride now. And we have the save me from the prison that I made inside my mind. But let me hear you do save me from believing giving up is fine. Just do the whole thing. Because I really want to give you good feedback.
You want to start from the tippy or this from the
Take it from if I had some hope.
okay. Some and I could finally imagine. Save me from my demons, save me from my pride, save me from this prison that I made inside my mind, save me from believing giving up is fine. Because instead of living, I feel like I'm doing time.
Yeah. Save me from believing. Save me from believing. How can we say that? Save me from believing. Giving up is fine. I feel like it's got to be this heavy kind of. You're saying this phrase, giving up is fine. You know that's bullshit. Because you would feel horrible if you give up, right? So what if, and this is just me exploring here, okay? Just bear with me. What if we say something like, save me, no, sorry, my dog. What if we say something like, save me from believing giving up is fine? Or like giving up is fine, like a little more whispered or a little more like, you know what I mean? Like save me from believing giving up is fine. It's kind of like you say it and you're like, no, it's not.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Give it a shot.
Giving up is fine.
Yeah. Yeah. That was better.
Yeah.
Do it again. Do it again.
Save me from believing giving up is fine.
Yeah. Yeah. It's really interesting because you're giving me that vibe when you don't do it straight on the beat. Which what I hear you're doing is save me from believing giving up is fine. It's like there's a little delay between is and fine
Yes.
that it's defeating you. And yeah, and that's good. Like it gets, you know how like when you get home and you feel like shit and you just like throw and you just, you're like, yes, that's funny. You're like, you don't have to say anything else. But you know, like when you get home and you feel like shit and you just kind of like start just throwing your shit on the floor and you're like, giving up is fine. Like, it's kind of like when you hit the chair and you're like, oh, fine, fuck. I'm getting that kind of vibe and I kind of like it. So take it from if I had some hope.
If I had some hope, then I would finally imagine. Save me from my demons, save me from my pride, save me from this prison that I made inside my mind, save me from believing.
Yeah. Okay. So here's my thing. When you do this, when you do believing, that's when I hear like it's a little like it's not authentic. I think that's what's happening. It's saving from believing. I feel like you're holding on to that for longer than you should. And I don't think you need to do that. Save me from this prison that I made inside my mind. Save me from believing. Giving up is fine. You don't have to be on the beat all the time. You can literally say, save me from believing. Giving up is fine. Doesn't that sound defeated as shit? What I just did? Pardon my French. I'm just really into this, really into this song. So, but doesn't that sound like I'm not a rapper at all, okay? But just bear with me. But you're coming in on this. Save me from my demons. Save me from my pride. Save me from this prison that I made inside my mind. Save me from believing. Giving up is fine. It's kind of like the music keeps going, but you're stopping the music that you've been making because you're about to say something that's a lie to yourself. You're saying, save me from believing. Giving up is fine. You're asking somebody to save you from believing that bullshit. So it's a great moment for you to maybe explore. I'm going to do it again, okay? But try to really hear how I'm stopping the rhythm when I say the word believing, because it kind of just makes sense. So you're coming in and you're going, save me from these demons. Save me from my pride. Save me from this prison that I made inside my mind. Save me from believing giving up is fine. You know, and I'm even coming in a little bit late on the giving up because I'm defeated.
Yeah.
I don't have to be on the beat. I just, you know what I mean? Like, does that make sense though? That's what performance is about. You're throwing all your shit on the floor and you're like, save me from believing giving up is fine. Yo, you know, like it's that heavy kind of. Does that make sense?
Yes, I love it already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, yes, I relate. I did it this morning.
Yes, exactly. That's why I'm just like, Lord, you just spoke to me right now.
Okay, so I'm definitely going to put a timestamp on this. Hang on. I think this is really important. I think if you nail this, it's gonna just bring everything together. It's such an important phrase. So let's experiment with timing. Cut believing a little short. Don't extend the lead. And come in just not even a full, like half a second late on giving up. So I'm gonna do it again, okay? This is minute, let me see. I started to do this around minute 43. I started to do this. Just because I really want you to go back to this call and check, okay? So I'm gonna do it again, okay? So and again, I'm not interpreting it. I'm just trying to give you the beat, so you know, okay? So save me from my demons, save me from my pride, save me from this prison that I made inside my mind. Save me from believing giving up is fine. You know, it's giving up is fine. Because instead of living, I feel like I'm doing time. It's shit, you know? Does that make sense? It's see how I'm even like sort of whispering a little? I'm saying save me from believing giving up is fine. Because instead of living, I feel like I'm doing time. It's in my lower register. I barely have any air for it. And God, it sounds good. Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, guess I better start rapping now. Take it from the same place. I want you to kind of just do it a couple times and see if there are any like golden moments in there. Just take it from if I had some hope.
If I had some hope, then I could finally imagine it. Save me from my demons, save me from my pride, save me from this prison that I'm living from my mind. Save me from believing, giving.
No believing, none of that. Save me from this prison that I made inside my mind. Save me from believing. Da 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 da. You're interrupting the flow that you've been doing before. Because we don't want it to be the same thing. We love French fries, but do you want seven little bits of French fries from McDonald's? You want just the one, and you want to eat the burger and you want to have the shake too. So you know what I mean? So you're coming in with the steady, save me from demons, save me from my pride, save me from this prison that I made inside my mind, save me from believing giving up is fine. You're interrupting the thought. You're trying to tell people, save me from believing, like help me to cut this vicious thought cycle that I keep thinking. Because that's what we're saying, right? This is the way you've been taught to think. You want to interrupt, so save me from believing giving up is fine. You know, that pause, I feel like is really powerful. Give it a shot.
Save me from this, save me from my demons, save me from my pride, save me from this prison that I'm leading someone else. Save me from believing giving up is fine.
Yes, that's it. That's it. See how the rhythm doesn't go out the window. You're still on beat, but you're not so, it's not like you're not on train tracks.
Yeah.
You're in control of how fast or how slow you go through it, and you don't go off the rails. So what you did was save me from this prison that I made inside my mind. Save me from believing Giving up is fine. You know, save me. Wait, hang on. Save me from this prison that I made inside my mind. Save me from believing giving up is fine. See how nice that the believing instead of save me from believing. We already did that. We've been doing da 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 da. We already did that. So now you're doing da 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 da. You know, you're giving it a little. That's really important. Really important. And I know we've been doing this segment for about 10 minutes now, so I'm just gonna put in here all the way until minute 50. Yeah. This is some really important stuff we did just here. Like this completely changed for me.
Yes. It did.
So do you want to take and like I said last time, you know, I don't expect you to already have it in your bones, of course. And you know, you got to listen to this call again, practice a lot. But can you just do all of verse 1 for me until the hook, and then we'll maybe move on?
Yes.
Cool. Wait, can't hear you. Can you tap the mic? Yeah, there we go.
I'm a masochist. Maybe I'm a pessimist. Maybe I believe it when they tell me I'm an addict. Maybe I'm too passionate, little too extravagant. Every time I say that I'm a rapper, I abandon it. Do it in the cabinet till I'm feeling confident. Put a record out and all they ever do is laugh at it. No, this ain't no accident. Take a picture, capture it. If I had some hope, then I could save me from my teens, save me from my pride, save me from this prison that I made inside my mind, save me from believing giving up is fun. Because instead of living, I feel like I'm doing time.
Look at my face.
Yeah.
Come on, Rich. I mean, did you feel that just the last part? Did you feel, does it flow?
Yes. Yes.
It's better.
Yes.
It's better. I'm really excited. Really, really excited.
Oh my God.
Yes. I have one more thing to say that when I was listening to you, because I've heard this a lot, right? When you say throw it in the cabinet till I'm feeling confident, and you say put a record out and all they ever do is laugh at it. When I was singing along with you, like I wasn't making any sound, but I was moving my mouth, and my mouth did this thing. I did throw it in the cabinet till I'm feeling confident. I was like, put a record out. Like there was a little disgust in there. Not because I feel like I'm disgusted by putting a record out, but I'm disgusted by the reaction. I put all this effort into putting a record out, and these people, all they do is laugh at it and like put a record out. You know, like it's this face. It's like this. How could they? You know. Yeah, that was great. That was a great first verse. Let's go to verse 2. I know we really worked on this last time, but I do want to revisit it. Great job on verse 1. I feel like this call has a lot of info. That verse 1, we went in real deep.
Yes.
So really, really try to like, you know, revisit it and practice it a couple times. And let's do verse 2. Yeah, go ahead and do verse 2. I know we did the whole bar thing. I don't want to talk about it before you do it. So just do it.
Hostage feeling purpose only pushing back. I felt so cautious because my body was under attack. All of these voices are poison. I kept on losing track. Can hear my own over all the people from my past. They call me lazy while they sitting at the bar. They laugh and jokes that I never had no bars. They love to hate, so I'll never be a star, but they never felt my pain. They ain't never see my scars.
Yeah. You remember what we said about the never. The never is that anchor. That's where we're landing every single time. Okay, so bar. Yeah, we really want to make sure that those phrases are, yes, you're asking a question, but you don't want it to be super exaggerated. I kind of felt like it was like, they call me lazy, but they're sitting at the bar. You know, like once you watch it back, you'll hear what I'm saying. It was a little much. It wasn't bad, but it was a little too much of bar, like too much of that. So take it from Can't Hear My Own.
Get him my own over all the people from my past. They call me lazy while they sitting at the bar. They laughing jokes that I never had no bars. They love
Yeah.
to say I'll never be a star, but they ain't never felt my pain. They ain't never seen my scars. Nope. Never thought about the harm they cause.
Yeah, remember how this whole "they call me lazy," this whole part of the verse is anger, right? So you did it well. It's you did it great, but then when you land here, they never thought about the harm they caused. Like we're back to, we bring the energy down a little bit more, and we're back to introspective. God damn it, they never thought about, you know. So take it from the bar part and just keep going.
They call me lazy while they sitting at the bar. They laughing jokes that I never had no bars. They love to hate, so I'll never be a star.
Yes, hang on. You just did something that's great. You accentuated the word love. And it's great because it's a contradiction in that phrase. They love to hate. They love to hate. Said, I'll never be a star, but they ain't never felt my pain and they ain't never seen my scars. Nope. They never thought about the harm they caused. You're back in, okay? Remember, right here, back into yourself. Take it from right there. That was great.
They never thought about the harm they caused. They never took a second to think pause.
Yeah.
Let me broken records on my laptop. About bottom type of thoughts were nonstop, but I will give power to the words they say. Will end up how they think I will, no way. Because I'm stronger than yesterday, and my word is my own to create.
Okay. So I want to experiment, and I guess this is sort of going to be homework for you because we only have a couple more minutes left. And I have I have another client right at 9, or I mean at 8. So I want to experiment on doing this with sort of the same level of aggression that we have on the bar part. Because it's a decision. I won't give power to the words they say. I won't end up how they think I will. No way, because I'm stronger than I was yesterday. And my world is my own to create. Someone come and save me. You know what I mean? So give it a shot. Hang on. Give it a shot. Doesn't have to be perfect.
I don't give power to the words they say. Will end up how they think I will, no way. I'm stronger than I was yesterday. Because my world is my own to create.
Yeah. I think this might be where we have to start for next time.
Yeah.
Because then we have the rest. We don't have much left.
Yes.
But this was really good. We did a lot today. I really, 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 really want you to listen to this call again. And just, I put timestamps all over the place for you. I'll send you an email probably tomorrow morning. But you have access to this document, so you can already see. I just kind of want to organize it a little better. But yeah, just take a look at the call again and just revisit everything we did, because we did a lot, and it's so easy to forget. Like even I had to come back and like listen to everything again before we met. So listen to it again, and I think next time we'll just start from this part. Wait, hang on, my dog is doing something I don't want him to do. Yeah. We'll start from this part, and then I think we're gonna be done
Yes.
here. Session 3. Yeah. Thank you for being so open with me too at the beginning, you know, telling me what's been going on. I think it's really important for you to tell me those things because I need to know where your mind is at, you know, when we're gonna hop into work together. So, and I think you can use it. I think you can use a lot of that. She's giving you fuel.
I know it's not the flow I want, but you know what?
Hey, I mean, we gotta be grateful, right? It's not cool, but we gotta be grateful, right?
That's true. You're right.
We're either gonna be defeated by it or we're gonna be cool about it. So you did good. You did good. You stood your ground, you set your limits. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, because I really do believe in this song. And
Oh, me too. Me too. No doubt. No doubt. You'll figure something out. Right. I'll see you next time. Did you already book the 3rd session? I can't remember.
yes, a Thursday.
Okay. Next Thursday? Cool. Okay. I'll see you then.
See you. Take care. Thank you.
Be well, buddy. Bye-bye.